Besides, I see you such a beautiful girl every day, which means that others can't have my attention. In fact, I didn't have close relationships with others except with Mori. That sounds like a lie. Girls like to hear nice words, but you'd better not go too far, it will get the opposite effect. But that's the truth. No girls have the courage to go around you, and if there is, I'll run after her for sure. Oh, for sure. Sure, because there is no such girl. We lowered our heads, stirring our drinks with straws silently. Don't you worry, there must be a girl coming to stay with us in the future, and you will definitely fall in love with her. Oh, she wants to be the narrator now, eh? How come the words? Because I'm a fox spirit. Oh, that explains everything. Even a fox spirit can't do what it wants. Or can it? After having a leisurely dinner, we went straight to the supermarket. In the evening, the supermarket was full of people, and Mori ran straight to the snack area after taking a shopping cart at the entrance to the supermarket. God, what a run-on sentence. It was completely different from her when she was serious. Take it easy. Perhaps the fox spirit also had its own frankness. Maybe it had always been straightforward. I thought as I followed her, I'm Mori. Mori stopped and looked back at me with a smile. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? You ran so fast. What if you hit someone? That's okay, I won't see. Mori pushed the cart and ran again. However, the truth was not like that. The two carts crashed into each other loudly at the corner of the shelves. Ouch. Ow, ow, ow. See, now you hit someone. I walked there in a hurry. There sat a girl who looked familiar in front of the store shelf against the wall. How much effort did it take to knock a person down directly? Who knows? Oh, Yan, I do hit someone else. God, English, really. Now it's not the time to say such words. What a bad day today. I missed my things for class this morning and was late for it. So is she meant to be lying on the ground the entire time that she's saying this? Anyway, and now I am knocked down by a cart. What a prank. She didn't swear, she was surprisingly good. At that time, Mori should apologize or pull the girl up, but she just stood there doing nothing. Are you alright? Then I reached out and pulled her up. The girl lifted her head. Her watery eyes were filled with surprise, yet she didn't grab my hand at once. It turns out that the criminal is Mr. Linear Independence. What's Mr. Linear Independence? I'm Yan. Haven't I told you my name? Well, too normal. I can't ring a bell. It can't ring a bell. This girl's sharp tongue was no worse than Mori's. Why did I always meet girls like that? Fine, let's put aside my name's issue. Don't you feel the cold from the floor? You. Hearing my words, her face turned red immediately. What's up? Freak, what are you looking at? She not only blushed, but also got angry. What am I looking at? Just you, nothing much. You are looking at me. Am I not allowed to? I nearly fell down as my leg got struck. Huh, you deserve it. You freak. She could stand up without any help at all. It certainly took her time. But anyway, wait, what are you looking for in your cart? Is there also a freaking thick book? Ran away and squared away. Alright? Damn, you know it. She gave an expression of disdain. How can I have that thing now? I'm at the supermarket. That's true. I remembered that this girl seemed to have said that she was always carrying that extra thick book. Do you know each other? Mori asked. Isn't there the girlfriend of Mr. Linear, or rather isn't that the girlfriend of Mr. Linear Independence? Oh, so it was you who tried to hurt me. That's right. Who told you to try to take Yan-chan away from me? Take Yan-chan away from you? That's funny. How was that funny? The atmosphere between the two became delicate. I felt I should just go away. I am told by Yan-chan that he isn't seeing anyone now. Really? Mori acted like she was surprised. Yan-chan, what a loser. Yep, what a loser, and you fool me around. Leah said as she wiped away tears. Wait, we just met today. How can I possibly fool you around? And Mori, don't you chuckle as you lie. Oh, Yanshan told me that if a girl had the courage to be around me, he would chase after her. After hearing Mori's words, Leah suddenly backed off, looking at us far away. You sure are a freak. But I didn't do anything at all. Indeed, aren't you fickle that you say such words in front of a girl you get along with for so many years? And it seems right to call you a freak. Mori, I don't care that you didn't explain it for me, but how could you make it even worse? Hey, let's stop the nonsense. Don't you introduce your new girlfriend to me. Or rather, don't you want to introduce? Anyway, what's new girlfriend? She's just my classmate, Leah. I looked at Leah, who was still standing far away observing. What? I want to be your girlfriend? You wish. Come and say hi to Mori. You move along. Alright. I sighed and moved a bit. When Leah came, I introduced her to Mori. This is Leah, who I met in today's linear algebra class. And Leah, this is Mori. Glad to meet you, Mori. You too, Leah. Leah, do you know where the shelf of chocolates is? Go to the back of this shelf. I just came from there. This cart was almost half full of chocolates, all kinds of chocolates. There were black ones, white ones, the imported ones, and the domestic ones, plus all kinds of nuts and dried fruits. Then let's go there. Don't bother. Mori grabbed some chocolates from Leah's cart and put them into our cart. Mori, what are you doing? Robbing to a face, really. Now only you need to take the cart. Is that right, Leah? Oh, Leah assumed that she didn't come back yet. Yeah, I could imagine. Let's go. Okay, this way. They headed to the chocolate district first, and I just wheeled the cart following them. What the hell is going on? Anyway, don't you get as fat as you eat so many snacks? I said to Mori, who kept filling chocolate in the cart. You're always like that. I think he might just give up looking for a girlfriend. For girlfriends. Multiple girlfriends, evidently. Mori stared at me with chocolates in her arms. Did she call herself as a guardian spirit? I felt like she wanted to eat me alive. I think it would be a pity if you get Leah. Don't you worry, I won't let him do that easily unless some spirits mess with fate. You always talk about spirits. Do you believe it? What are you talking about? How could those things exist? That's why I will not be attracted to you. You should stop dreaming. Stop dreaming, Mr. Linear Independence. And now you also call me like that. Leah, what's the story of the nickname Mr. Linear Independence? Oh well, in today's linear algebra class, after their shopping spree, they left the chocolate district and headed to the daily necessities area in the second floor. Daily necessities area, really. Sometimes I couldn't understand at all how the friendship of girls can be formed so easily. Why are you still following? Do you intend to go to the daily necessities area with us? Ah, can't I? Of course not. What are you thinking? You just wait here. Jesus. Alright, Leah suddenly blushed and then caught up with Mori. Give my Mori back. I should be the one who shops with Mori today. Damn it. At last I had nothing to do but wait. If you also like reading books. Then what? Anyway, the daytime was getting shorter. Even a dull life could be full of changes if I looked at it in this way. Every day when I woke up, I could see Mori still sleeping on the upper bunk with her tail hanging out of the curtain. That was a constant part of my life. But every time I woke up, when I looked out the window, sunlight was getting weaker and weaker. In the end, I almost finished reading the thick book which Leah gave to me, yet I never took a seat for her. Then I realized me and Leah had so many of the same classes, it seemed as if we had discussed before to take the same professor's class. But Mori, just the opposite. I and she seldom had the same class. Today's first class was advanced mathematics, and I can't lie down like this anymore to have some weird thoughts. Maybe it's nice to get to the classroom earlier than her once in a while. With this idea, I knocked on the bedboard on the upper berth. It's morning, time to get up. That's okay, I don't have classes until this second class, you go first. She mumbled. And remember to eat your breakfast early and don't be late for class. You're kidding? How could I be a qualified college student if I'm never late for a class? I can never understand her. Was she still asleep? Doubtful. After freshening up, I changed my clothes and went out. They didn't call them cloth, did they? The queue in the canteen was so long, as there were so many students. The overpopulation. Anyway, compared with eateries outside the school, the canteen had a lower price on food, although they tasted not as yummy as those eateries. But according to Leah's opinion, that's just hypocritical. I ordered 2 cream buns and a pineapple bun at the counter. I turned around and glanced over the full-seated canteen and wished I could get a seat. Finally, I saw a table in a corner and only 2 boys were sitting there, so I walked there without any hesitation. Unexpectedly, as I was just walking to the table, those 2 guys suddenly looked at me and smiled, leaving with the unfinished bread in their hands. That's weird. I looked at it doubtfully and then sat down ready to eat breakfast. After Maury, now the rumour comes that I'm being your girlfriend. Leah came out of nowhere, sitting across from me. Why are you here? What did you say? The rumour comes that I'm being your girlfriend. After several strong protests, Leah finally stopped calling me Mr. Linear Independence. Actually, Linny would be better, I reckon. Mr. Linny. Anyway, are you joking again? How's that possible? How do you explain those 2 guys leaving with their unfinished bread? Apparently they felt awkward as they thought we were a couple. I looked at Leah speechlessly. Feeling sorry for those 2 innocent guys. You have such a hearty breakfast. Be careful of your stomach. Don't worry, my stomach is so good, I just wonder why do you come here to have breakfast so early? And which day don't I have breakfast so early? As long as there is class. A class. Don't you always ask other girls to take a seat for you and then just go there and sit down with no shame? I never sit down with no shame. My eyes are always filled with gratitude. And whenever I pass by you, can't you see it? Oh, I really can't find out that. Alright, what was that look? Now you show me. So I closed my eyes, imagining the person in front of me was my saviour, and I was supposed to devote myself to her. Then I opened my eyes with strong feelings, putting all my emotions into my eyes, and in the end staring at Leah without a blink. Don't. Your eyes are just like those of the boys who never have a relationship and suddenly see a girl they like. I can't see anything except horny desire. As expected, being grateful to a guy with a sharp tongue was not easy. To a girl with sharp tongue, god damn it, and shaved tongue, I mean really. How's that like a horny desire? I have girls around me. But Maury isn't your girlfriend? What a girl. However, as I kept the seat for you, those we have the same class believe you are my boyfriends now. Even if there comes a handsome guy in the class, he won't sit next to me. There's at least one seat between me and them. You should be responsible for this, or held responsible for this. How is that my responsibility? You said you would never be attracted to me, even if I want to be responsible for it. That's true. After Leah finished the breakfast, we went to the classroom. We spent too much time on the breakfast, which made it impossible to sit at the front row. Well, girls really ate slow. Seats were almost occupied. I glanced at the classroom through the crack, seeing only 2 seats in the last row available, and the professor was already there. Leah passed by me, and I grabbed her hand subconsciously. The professor's already there. Let's walk in from the back door. Leah stood still and looked down at my hand. What's wrong? Your hand. Leah suddenly whispered with a blushed face. I immediately became a blush. Is that really a word? And let go of her hand. So, sorry. Hurry up, it's time for class. We went to the last row in the classroom. The girl sat there, glanced at us, then sat aside so 2 spare seats were adjacent. Leah took a look and walked quietly, then sat near the girl so I could just follow her silently. I had this mathematics class very carefully. What? I guess they mean they took the class very carefully or something. And both Leah and me were listening to the teacher quietly. Although the teacher was very old, he still had some humour. That's the same teacher that we saw before, but alright. Leah suddenly talked to me at the end of the class. I've heard you're working in that old bookstore and also live there. Is it true? Yeah, what's wrong? Nothing. I was just thinking there may be many interesting books. Oh, speaking of it, I took that treatise of Human from my bag. I have almost finished this book. In some parts it's unexpectedly interesting. Tell me which the interesting part is. After hearing that, Leah's eyes glowed with pleasure. In some parts I knew every word, but when they were combined together, I became totally confused. Leah burst out laughing. I see, that's really interesting. Don't you understand all of it? Of course, it's my weapon. How can I wield it to attack if I don't understand it? Sounds like you are lying, Miss Leah. Actually, there are many interesting books in the old bookstore. Sometimes when I was transcribing, I'd be surprised to see such a book in this world. Which kind of book is it? Why don't you just come and take a look? Since it's weekend tomorrow, if you have time, I can text the address to you. It's not far from school. Don't you have any play for this weekend? Anything planned? Nothing special. Maury and I have to stay in the store and do some transcribing. Okay, I'll contact you when I get to the bookstore. We walked separately after leaving the classroom. Leah went back to the dormitory and I went to the bookstore, prepared to do some work. Actually, I do care. Alright. Actually, Maury and I both lived in the dormitory when we first entered college. But soon after this, someday Maury told me that maybe we could live together outside school. Yan-chan, I want to live with you. That was at dusk. I just finished my art appreciation course. When I left the classroom, Maury came to me. But school dormitory will not allow this. So we can live outside. We don't have so much of a budget. I mean, really describing it that way is just odd. But anyway, we can find a job which provides accommodation that will solve all the problems. All problems. Even if we find such a job, others will not let us live together. But there may be some exceptions. Not everyone agrees with common sense, and we're just beyond that. And such was the case when we found at the old bookstore and said Maury and I want to live together. The manager immediately said yes. It's good for you to live here. All in all, it's better than crowding with others in a narrow dormitory. In the evening, we usually just transcribed books quietly and went to our own beds when it was sleep time. Sometimes we would talk for a while before sleep, but those were some irrelevant conversations. Maury was trying to keep the distance from me. Every time when I tried to come close to Maury, she would push me away decidedly. Yes, tomorrow Leah may be coming to visit us. I stared at the upper plank and said, okay, and maybe we should invite her to our room. There is no chair for guests in the bookstore. Yes, after a while. Are you worrying about Leah, seeing that we live together now? No, maybe I'm just going to be telling her about this issue. Why, you have never invited others to your home before? That's because I have no friends that can be invited before. I closed my eyes and thought about it for a while. But actually, myself also have not figured it out. And then we just fell asleep as we were talking drowsily. It was nearly middle noon when I got up. It was weekend. It was the weekend, so I didn't set an alarm. I also didn't know the exact time that Lydia would come here. I thought if Leah were here, the phone ringing would awaken me. It hit me suddenly that the snack we recently bought probably had been eaten up by Maury. If so, there was nothing to treat Leah. It was terrible. Maury, it is time to get up. I stood at the front of the bed and knocked the edge of the upper berth. Leah's here. From behind the curtain came the lazy voice of Maury. Not yet, I haven't got a phone call. Is there any remaining snack that we bought 2 days before? Hopefully, I tried to ask her. You can look at my drawer to see whether there is some remaining or not. Maury stretched out her hand and pointed to the drawer of the working desk. I approached the desk and opened the drawer. It turned out to be nothing but a pack of tea leaves. It was nothing to help for treating the guest. Okay. I left my bedroom and went to to clean myself up. Mori had already gotten up and changed her clothes when I was back. Leah isn't here yet. Nope. Maybe she has already been reading books in the bookstore. How? I plan to go downstairs to see whether I could buy some snacks nearby or not. Just walking downstairs, I saw a girl standing between the bookshelves in the bookstore, and she was reading a book with ecstasy. The girl's beautiful and earnest face looked gentle and solemn. I approached her gently. I think that we have a deal. You'll call me when you are here. Yan. I told the elderly sister at the reception that I was going to visit Mori, but she told me that Mori maybe was still asleep. I thought it'd be better not to disturb you. So you have been here reading books to kill time? Yes, but the books here are interesting, just like you said. Liam put the book back on the bookshelf. There was just a moment that I thought that if it was better for me to buy the whole bookstore. Oh, why do that? We could just come in and read the books for free, eh? Like you do now. Anyway, come on. Are you a rich girl from somewhere? You never know. I forget it. You see, I bring a cake. Leah went back to the counter and handed over a fancy box from the elderly school sister. The sister glanced at me and smiled. And please lead us to the dorm of the non-linear related students. Looking at the sister's smile, I had to nod without choice. I was worried that there is no snack to treat you when I just got up. I was just on my way to buy some snacks. I just expect that Yan isn't prudent enough to prepare snacks to treat girls, so I bought a cake. Leah smiled wittingly. It does help. Please come in. I opened the door of the bedroom, and Mori had set the table up. Leah's here. It smells delicious. Yes. Wow, for a year, is this cosplay? I see. Leah said this with a little surprise and touched Mori's ears. It is warm when I touch it now, just like a real one. Then Leah found Mori's tail. Oh my god, what kind of thing do you force Mori to do? Never thought you have such strange habit. No, I didn't do anything. I didn't know how to explain. Mori should unexpectedly expose the secret of Fox Spirit. That's an interesting way of describing it. Leah, Yan always teases me. How does he tease my lovely Mori? Tell me, I'll teach him a lesson. Just then, when you haven't been here, he examined my drawer and stole my snack. I got it, Yan is terrible. The snacks have been eaten up by him. Wait a minute, there was no snack in the drawer at all. Don't quibble, it is criminal for one to peep in a girl's drawer, and you stole the snack. You are sentenced to death. Sentenced to death, your law is so tough. There is no more snacks to eat in this weekend. For this weekend, I guess. Don't be panicking, I bring a cake. Ooh. God. Really, what the hell is that? I mean, really, Mori loves Leah the most. Leah also loves Mori. Well, then Leah touched Mori's ears while talking. As a punishment, we will not let you eat this cake. Alright. Then Mori handed over the cake from Leah and I became a snack thief. It was beyond dispute. I'd like to experiment with the deliciousness of the cake. But after handing over the cake to Mori, Leah glanced at the birth. The feeling of fear hit her when her eyesight's located at this curtain of other birth. I'm gonna make instant coffee, only cake is not perfect enough. Then I left the bedroom, with the remaining two girls there. There was only half cake left when I got back. Mori really loves sweeties, but she won't be fattered. Any secrets? Secrets? No, just eat like this. Your words make me... Coffee's here. I passed cups to him. This is the place where Yan sleeps and studies. Yes, I usually sit there to transcribe books. I sit there. Mori pointed to a nearby chair. I also want to sit near lovely Mori. Fuck. Okay. Leah smoothed Mori's tail. The tail is moving and Mori is really lovely. I also want to sit nearby Leah. You bring the cake. You two just exactly sat next to each other. Yes, I really need to consider the idea that to buy this place than to keep Jan outside here. How could things be like this when these girls were together? I invite you here to recommend books. Come on, not to mock me. It doesn't matter with books, but I really see how weird you are. Yeah. How can you cosplay a lovely girl into such a vivid fox? It's really jealous. Your statement tells us that you are more dangerous, isn't it? I originally invited her to read books, but things happened like this. A boy invites a girl to only read books on a weekend. Only a nerd would do it. Do not talk common sense with Jan. God knows where his common sense is. You guys also do not talk common sense of me. It's weird that you, or proper English, it's weird that you could talk casually when Leah's noticing the situation. I'm worried. Yes? Can this guy find a girlfriend? If not, he might target Mori then. But don't worry, I certainly will protect you. No, Jan will not target me. Sure, if it came true, you must call me. I'll be with you as quickly as I can. I couldn't say anything while they were playing fun on me. Leah suddenly looked at me when the cake was almost eaten up. Happy holiday time was coming. Any plans? Maybe resume the work in the bookstore after going back from home? After all, transcribing books is a kind of way of reading books, and I don't hate it. How about going to the camp? Oh, to camp, I guess, actually. Yeah, that actually was written properly, my god. Good idea, I'd like to. I almost couldn't follow their minds. I never heard you guys claim to be interested in mountains or forests. Well, I mean, Mori is a fox spirit after all. Then, just do it. We can decide someday to go together. Leah looked outside. It was nearly evening, and she stood up. Time to go. Fine. Then I prepare to sleep for a while. Go ahead. Yeah, Leah climbed up into the upper berth's curtain. Wait, Leah climbed up. Wasn't that meant to be Mori? But anyway, let me show you to the door of the bookstore. Although it can be guessed that she may live in one room together, the fact it is. Leah said gently and we walked at the stairs corner. Yes? You two cohabitating one room, but you said that Mori isn't your girlfriend. She is more than your girlfriend. And nothing happened between us. I stared at Lydia seriously and felt nervous. Was it out of Mori's famed protection or Leah's misunderstanding? So many uncertainties in our life. We always get lost when we look at our inside world each time. I also believe that there is nothing between you. Maybe, just like Mori said, your common sense has been lost, but how can you lose it? So important it is. Maybe it is common that losing common sense while being with a divinity. Maybe. I think this sentence is also suitable for you. We kept walking downstairs as we were talking. Others keep away from Mori and me. I can guess at the reasons. I used to play jokes of Mori. Girls of common sense will not approach us, but here you are, Leah. Then, just as Mori said, you will choose the girl who approaches you as your girlfriend. No, I only meant you are also a person without common sense. I smiled with my face, while my face became red. Right, maybe common sense isn't important and experience isn't reliable. Maybe I should abandon the book, Treatise of Human, and turn to another book. Stay here. See you on Monday at school. Okay, see you on Monday. Let's go hiking. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there for the time being. But there you go, things are getting more interesting. Other characters entered, I suppose. So yeah, next time we'll be finding out about what's going to happen between Leah, Mori, and Jan. So yeah, hope to see you then.